After 60 years old, your constipation can vanish when you eat these 5 foods. Margaret Evans had always been full of energy, even in her 70s. She loved gardening, walking with her friends, and spending time with her grandchildren. But there was one thing that slowed her down: constipation. For years, she struggled with bloating, discomfort, and the frustration of not feeling her best. She tried different remedies, fiber supplements, laxatives, and even special teas, but nothing seemed to work consistently. It wasn't until she visited her longtime doctor, Dr. Patel, that she learned a simple truth. The key to regular digestion wasn't in a pill, but in the right foods. Margaret, Dr. Patel said with a kind smile, your body changes as you age, and so does your digestive system. You need to fuel it with foods that keep things moving naturally. He handed her a list of 5 foods that could help. Determined to feel better, Margaret made a trip to the grocery store that same afternoon. 1. Prunes, the natural remedy. Margaret had always heard about prunes being good for digestion, but never took them seriously. She decided to give them a try and started eating a few each morning. Within a week, she noticed a difference. Prunes were rich in fiber and sorbitol, a natural laxative that helped soften stools. 2. Oatmeal, a fiber-packed breakfast. She also swapped her usual toast for a warm bowl of oatmeal. Dr. Patel explained that oats contain soluble fiber, which helped add bulk to stool and made it easier to pass. She added a handful of berries for extra flavor and gut-friendly antioxidants. 3. Yogurt, good bacteria for a healthy gut. One of Margaret's biggest discoveries was the power of probiotics. She started eating a small cup of plain yogurt daily, which introduced good bacteria into her gut. This helped regulate her digestion, reduced bloating, and even improved her energy levels. 4. Leafy greens, nature's digestive aid. Margaret also increased her intake of leafy greens like spinach and kale. Packed with fiber, magnesium, and water, these vegetables kept her digestive system functioning smoothly. She started adding them to her soups, salads, and even morning smoothies. 5. Chia seeds, a tiny superfood. The last item on the list surprised her the most: chia seeds. When soaked in water, these tiny seeds expanded and formed a gel-like texture that helped keep her intestines hydrated. She started sprinkling them on her oatmeal and mixing them into yogurt, amazed at how such a small change made such a big difference. Within 2 weeks of following her new diet, Margaret felt like a new person. No more discomfort, no more frustration, just a happy, healthy digestive system. One afternoon, her friend Susan complained about the same issues Margaret had faced. Smiling, Margaret shared her secret. Forget the pills. Just eat these 5 foods, and trust me, you'll feel the difference. And she was right. Sometimes the best solutions are the simplest ones.